New tonight now, switching gears, tomorrow, the day that many of you have probably been waiting for in the past 3 months, first day of spring.
Can you believe it? But winter is not leaving without a fight. Lonnie Quinn in the Weather Center now with a look at what is down the road. Lonnie.
All right, you've got it, guys. Well, it has been a brutal, colder than normal winter. I bet you most of us are desperate for the warm, sunny days, but we're going to have to wait a little bit longer. Here is my ultimate spring forecast. Are you ready for spring?
I am most definitely ready, yes.
Bright colored shorts.
It was unbearable winter.
So would you be devastated if it ended up being sort of like a colder than average and kind of rainy spring?
Yes, definitely.
Sorry to say, that's exactly what we're facing, with the first 3 weeks seeing temperatures hovering somewhere in the 40s when they should be in the 50s.
You think it's too cold?
No. Yes.
Well, this unseasonable weather can be confusing, and not just for kids.
Last year was so different than this year.
Usually at this time of the year, daffodils and crocuses are in full bloom, but the New York Botanical Garden tells us many of these plants haven't yet caught on.
It's very bare. There's hardly any flowers out right now.
The problem? Continuing cold air from northern Canada that could also bring some rain. And depending on how cold it gets, well, there's always the potential for some lingering snow.
We're talking spring.
But in the CBS 2 Weather Center, it's not all bad news for spring.
You're getting more daylight in the springtime.
Starting tomorrow, we'll get an additional 3 hours and 15 minutes of daylight compared to the first day of winter. And that's because the sun is closer to us this time of year. So by mid-April, we're talking 60-degree-plus temperatures.
Spring in the city, there's nothing like it.
What's your thoughts on the coming spring?
Can't wait.
The coats come off, the boots come off.
But will you need your umbrella? Well, the answer is yes and no. The colder temperatures will mean fewer thunderstorms in the beginning of spring, but we're going to see some rain and potential flooding in local rivers because of all the melting snow and ice.
What do you love so much about the springtime?
Flowers.
As for planting those flowers, well, the experts say your best bet is to wait until at least April 1st.
You don't want to be planting anything when it's too cold.
I will tell you that cold may actually mean fewer bugs this spring. But let's remember, this is a long-range forecast. It's an art that we're still perfecting. If you remember in October, we thought it was going to be an average to above average winter. Well, it was well above average.